Hello and welcome back to Good Game Nation, where we bring you all things TCG. My name's Preston and welcome back to the news. And we have a quick one for you this week. As Royal Bloodlines OP10 comes to a conclusion, there are very few cards to review this week. And really, we're moving on to the next starter deck. So let's jump into our first source here. We got the Japanese website here with the full card list for Royal Bloodlines. So you can start to check out what's actually in the set, what wasn't actually officially released already on Twitter. So we got color reviews coming up. So hit that subscribe, ring the bell so you know when we get to those. Next up, we are jumping over to the English website as they have announced the release date of March 2025 for the Gear 5 starter deck that we talked about last week. And the cost, which is $35. Not my favorite price for a starter deck, especially when we know from the Japanese website that you're getting a pack, which is, we don't know how many cards are coming in it yet, but there's 15 unique cards and sleeves, and that's it. So like the deck itself, unless it's fully hollow like they've done with the other like more expensive starter decks, $35 is steep if this is it, if the cards aren't hollow. And I mean, I guess they could be common and still hollow, but pretty steep price for a starter deck if it doesn't have a lot going on for it. But we'll see if it's any good. We got a couple cards to talk about at the end of the episode here. Moving on, we have the English website again. The OP01 website has been updated so that it has the really cool reveals like it did in Japan. I believe it's very similar, if not exactly the same, where it's going through all of the 4 emperors and their manga rares, their leader cards, as well as our Gold D, what was it, Secret Rare, as well as the Gold Rare, Manga Rare, and then it talks about the rest as a side note. But yeah, this is updated. Oh yeah, Wanted of the 4 Emperors also. The set has a ton. I think at the top it's the 2-year anniversary, so it's got a lot of things going on in OP09. I will link this in the description if you want to read up a little bit more on the set. We're going to jump over to Twitter real quick to show the last few alt arts that I don't think I have seen. We will be talking briefly about some stuff during the color review because some of these cards were not created equal, and that's insane. Wait for the black color review so we can talk about that, because Kuzan is something to look forward to. As well as this alt art is gorgeous. Alt arts are always really great. Frankie's great. Not much I can say about Lim, but also still a good alt art. The last set of alt arts we have are the yellow alt arts, and we got Luffy and Kid. They're alt arts. They look nice. If we didn't talk about these on reviews, we'll talk about it in the yellow color review. But alt arts look nice. I like Luffy with multiple arms. Pretty cool. But our long-awaited, we teased it just seconds ago, starter deck 21 cards are starting to be revealed. This was on the live stream. Also, we'll link it in the description. I think it's like Wave 2, Part 6. I don't remember. But I'll link it so you can watch the matches and get their insights on these cards. But first up, we get our leader. Monkey D. Luffy, Red Leader, 5 life, 5k power, 4 Emperor, Straw Hat Crew. Dawn ×1, activate main, once per turn. Give one of your characters up to 2 rested Dawn cards. Interesting. So we're getting a slight update on our starter deck 1 Luffy, where he gave 1 rested Dawn. You have to attach a Dawn to do it. So that's interesting as well. Different activation method. I'm pretty sure that's different. So your leader becomes a 6k. One of your characters get 2 rested Dawn. I would have liked to seen it do more, because I feel like leaders now are doing a lot more than just moving resources around. They're negating effects and stopping you from using keywords like on play. So even the Sanji leader is giving keyword traits if they don't have certain, like, just moving Dawn around I feel like is underwhelming. But we'll have to see what they do with that. And we might have a small glimpse of what they're doing, because they also showed us the Zoro SR. Well, let's jump into it. Roronoa Zoro, red character, 4 cost, 5k power, 1k counter, Straw Hat Crew. Dawn times due, this character gains rush. On KO, you may play a red character with 5,000 power or less from your hand other than Roronoa Zoro. Okay, so first up we see a Dawn times 2 to activate an effect. So your Luffy leader can immediately power up this Zoro to be able to have rush. That's interesting. So I'm guessing that's going to be several cards, maybe not all of them, maybe some are going to be moving Dawn around like we saw with the early Nami. But there's going to be a few cards that are going to be Dawn times 2 that are going to benefit from that Luffy leader ability. And I would assume there's probably going to be a Sanji, and then the rest are going to be support for that, or maybe a Luffy character card that does that as well. Onto this second effect, being able to play a character from your hand with 5k or less is great. Especially for an on KO that is rushing. This character is really good, I think. 5,000 base, he's going to be a 7,000 rush on play. Being able to replace himself on KO is great. Replace him with what? Look at your red cards, and it doesn't say that it has to be a Straw Hat. It doesn't say what. It just says 5,000 power or less. So that's a great amount of cards. There's so many cards that's going to fit into, and I can't wait to start looking into what the most effective combo of this is. But yeah, that's pretty great for an SR. We do have one last card to talk about, and it's an event card. Gum Gum Mole Gun, for cost red event, for Emperor's red Straw Hat Crew. Main, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 5,000 power during this turn. Then, if you have a character with 6,000 power or more, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 2,000 power or less. Trigger, activate this card's main effect. Okay, so minus 5k to an opponent on your turn. Pretty cool. If you have a character with 6k or more, which let's say we played Zoro and he has 2 Dawn, we meet that requirement. Now KO a 2,000 power or less. So you could possibly target 7k power characters, bring them down to 2k, and then KO them, which is pretty versatile. For a 4-cost event, there's a lot of things going on, plus 4 Dawn that you have to invest in it. A little rough, but for 4 Dawn, you're killing 7ks. That feels great to me. That feels okay to me, I think. There's some setup revolving around it. It has a decent trigger. You could do this as a response, which is pretty cool. You hit this in life, KOing a potential attacker that turn, or even minusing 5k from one character and KOing another that's already 2,000 power or less. As a trigger, I think it's great. As an activate main, it's somewhere between really good and great. We want to have more utility. I don't like the middle condition of having a 6k power, but it is what it is. I like it. It's hard to battle against my gut reaction of liking it. But that's all the cards that we have this week. It was going to be a quick one. There wasn't a lot to talk about. What are you most excited for? Starter Deck 21's coming. It's coming soon for Japan, so we're going to see these cards probably over the next few weeks, as release date is soon. Are you excited to be getting OP09 in the West? Are you excited to be looking for, or are you excited for OP10 color reviews coming soon? What are you looking forward to? I know I'm really looking forward to Starter Deck 21, regardless of that price that we saw there. But if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you want to get more One Piece TCG, hit that subscribe, and until next time, peace.